Good morning, everybody, and Happy New Year. I hope you had a great holiday. I hope that you enjoyed some downtime with your family and friends, and just kind of chilled out a little bit because that is so important. I'm going to be posting the same video on all of the course sites, and so you just have to watch it once. There's nothing very course specific about it, but I wanted to make sure that everybody does get to see it. We have at least three new students this semester. Hopefully, some more will be coming in. The classes, I'm doing this on Tuesday, January 3rd, and so hopefully, we're going to have some more that they're right in the final stages of their application process, and so hopefully, there'll be a couple of maybe three more. So, the program is growing, and I appreciate all of your efforts in that regard. Some of you are reaching kind of the end, close to the end of the program. So um, I appreciate all of your hard work. One of my goals for this year, I don't really make what I call a New Year's resolution because there's something about that I just can't keep. But one of my goals for this year is to be a better instructor. I not making excuses, but I do get caught up in administrative responsibilities, I guess, that sometimes, and I think sometimes people think, oh, she's teaching online, she can do that anytime. It doesn't take time to teach online, and it really does. And so my goal is to be a better instructor, a better professor, and spend more time in the classes to make them more meaningful. Some of the courses that you have ahead, those of you that are nearing the end of the program, they're going to be a little bit tougher. Some of you are taking the research course this semester. Some of you are taking the budgeting course this semester. Next semester or the next, you will have personnel management that you'll need to take, as well as a capstone course. And so some of you are drawing into some of the more what I would call heavy work. We save it to the last. I'm not really sure why. I guess because you're supposed to be smarter by then. But I need, in my commitment to you, is to help you through that process. The research course can be a little bit tough. I am no expert on research. I have some experience in researching, but we're going to be going through that together. And I'm going to ask that you prepare a research proposal. And I want it to be realistic and doable because the way things are playing out in the capstone course, you'll be actually conducting that research or a portion of it. So pay attention to the course site at what is on there. I'm trying to set the course sites where the courses where the content opens and closes. One of the things I've struggled with is the whole concept of the discussion forum. I really want that to be meaningful, and I know that for many people it's not. Especially when you have people that get real behind and those that get real ahead. And, I kind of think about it as if we were in a classroom, um, we would not be answering those questions far ahead, and we wouldn't be going back either. We might be going back, but maybe not. And so I'm trying to simulate that whole classroom environment as if you were face to face through the discussion board. And recognizing too that with a few number of people, it's harder to discuss. But I'm trying to set parameters around when material opens and closes. And I'm really, really asking that you try to stick with that. Hopefully there'll be no more hurricanes. I know we can't depend on that, but I know that kind of bogged some of you down last semester and life gets in the way. But I hope that you can, whether it's set reminders in your Outlook, on your phone, whatever you need to do to try to stay with the class and the class material by not getting too far ahead and not getting too far behind. And that way we stay together as a group and we move as a group and we can help each other as a group. So you'll find that some things are not open, some things are not, or some things are going to close. There's nothing written hard and fast that if something closes, I won't reopen it. I'm pretty easy about that kind of stuff. but I may be asking for a reason from now on, just because I really, really want to make this work. Um, I just think that that's an important task. I know that I've tried the group assignment kind of thing, and I still want to continue to work on that. I believe that it's better that way for some students, maybe not, I don't know. But I, again, trying to get that interaction. There's a lot of people, and I'm sure you hear them. I hear them so much on this campus that say they don't like the whole concept of online teaching. They don't, that learning does not happen in a computer. It happens in the classroom. And I believe that there's some truth in that, but I also know that we can make it happen in those online classes, and that many, many people in today's world, that's the only way they can go to school. And I appreciate that. I love that. But I'm really kind of asking that you keep up. And the same thing's true. Our new students, this may be your first experience with online learning. This may be your first experience in school in a while. So anytime you have questions or problems, please ask me. The chat module is still there. I just have to remember to open it in the mornings, and it seems like whenever I open it, then I have to leave my desk, and that kind of defeats the purpose. But I'm going to try to do better with that. I'm going to try to have a stronger presence in the classroom through videos, through narrated PowerPoints that, there's to sit and read the PowerPoint and read the book. I really think that we can maybe go through this together to provide some mini lectures. I also want to try to facilitate some Skype classes. I'm going to be doing a survey asking about your work schedule. I know for many of you that's the biggest issue. But if we can work out maybe a couple of times, during a week, if we want to have a particular a work session, then we can do it twice, and maybe you can come. But that's another thing that I really think will enhance the whole concept of learning and make it more interactive and more enjoyable. And I know that when you are involved in the learning process, when you're engaged, you really are learning more. That's research tells us that. So, so this is my commitment to you: is that I'm going to put this on my front burner. I'm not going to share it with anybody. I haven't shared that thought with the people outside of my office, but I want to be a better teacher, and that is my goal for this year: is to engage in this process. I need feedback from you. I'm trying to figure out how to construct that, meaning, how to solicit that in a better fashion where it's easier for you to respond and you feel better about responding or more willing to respond. I'm trying to use the calendars in the course sites so that you should be able to look at that calendar and see when things are due. Again, use your personal calendar, whatever you use your work calendar, and put those things in there. Look at the course syllabus, print that out. It's on the site, and I know we refer to it, but print it out if you need to and hang it on your wall so that you can mark things off so that you know when things are due, and you can compare. One thing I get confused with is this course versus this course versus this course of what's due when. And so this way, maybe you can figure out a way to calendar it all and to help you divide your time out. The other thing that I need for you to make sure you do is to check your school email and respond, please. Not only to me, I don't know how much junk you get in the school email. I don't know about that. There may be things that you don't really want to know about, like the Miss East Georgia pageant or something. I don't know. But check your school email. There may be a way. Y'all may have already done this. I don't do it now, but I used to. When I taught for another college, I forwarded my school email to my personal email or to an email account that I checked on a regular basis. So you may be able to do that, but you've got to check that email, and you've got to be prompt with your responses, not just from me, but there's other information that goes out from the registrar's office that you may need to know about, other information that is valuable to you as a student. So check that email regularly. I'd love to see you check it at least every day. maybe at the end of the day, or check it first thing in the morning, something so that I just need to make sure that you're reading the email. Many of you, I've been sending emails to your school email and your work email, and I don't know how you feel about that. Some of you, I don't have work emails, and also it gets confusing. So check your school email. Also, check your email through D2L. Many times, especially if you have emailed me through D2L, it doesn't go to your school email. It only stays in D2L. And so log into the course site. That little red dot at the top of the page tells you if you have email. So you got to log into the course site regularly as well. I'm going to try to make sure I post all the news and updates and those kinds of things in your courses. I just want to make this a better learning experience. I have felt like I've not been on top of my game, and I want to change that. And it's my fault and my responsibility, and I want to make it a better learning experience for you. If you can think of anything that will enhance the learning experience to make it more interactive, I need you to really adhere to the discussion board posting rules. You have to post before you can read the postings of others. But after the first semester, I did away with that whole turn it in kind of thing. That was too complicated. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, don't worry about it. So you just have to read, you have to post, read the postings of others, comment. Let's get some good discussion going. And again, like I say, I'm going to try to have a presence in there to try to prompt some of that discussion to make it a little more worthy and interesting for all of us. You got some heavy projects that are due, and I've really thought out the deadlines that will keep you going so that you don't have this smash at the end of the semester. I don't want anybody to smash at the end of the semester. And I recognize that life gets in the way. I recognize that work gets in the way, that as emergency responders, you don't really have a control over what happens. But certainly those things are outside of our control. But I'm really asking that you be more diligent and not get behind, or try not to get behind. To be in touch with me if you're getting behind and let me know what's going on with you. That's the other thing that I have felt like a real disconnect with my students. And since I know each of you personally, except for the new people, and I know some of them, so it's really important to me that you're successful. I want you to be successful, and these are some things that I have thought about over the break, and I've been thinking about. So like I said, I'm going to put this video on each course site, and I'll be also posting some videos specific to the courses themselves. The practicum, that there's some instructions that you need to recognize about that. The research course. I can't speak for Instructor Kearns or Dr. Cheek about their courses yet. I'm sending out the book list today for the courses that I know the books are good. Dr. Cheek is still getting his together. But I can speak if you're having trouble in their classes, let me know that as well. I can help, I can intervene, it's all about, I want you to be successful, and you're my responsibility. And I want to make sure that I am doing right by each of my students. So with that said, we're going to have a great semester. For one of you, this is it. For a few of you, there's just a couple more, and each of you is making great progress. I hope that you're learning something as I learn along the way. And as always, if you have questions, comments, suggestions, please don't hesitate to let me know about those. I'm looking forward to a good semester, and let me hear from you. Thanks.